Why, good morning, everyone. Welcome to a morning liberation guided meditation. We're getting ready for a really big holy day tomorrow. And it's not just Easter. We're looking at multiple religions. We're looking at multiple astrological events still. Again, this has been a very powerful week. And it's all leading up to these themes of restoration, these themes of renewal, and in alignment with spring transformation. So this morning, we are simply going to dive deep into ourselves and heal, grow, transcend, and ultimately let go. So allow yourself to find a nice, comfortable position and get your last few wiggles out. And whenever you're ready, simply close the eyes. And we're going to get started here. Allow yourself to take a breath with each tap of the bell. And as we draw in air, we simply allow our breath to comfortably and effortlessly exhale and let go. With each breath, we feel the body get lighter. If you can, try to hold your air-filled with lungs for a brief moment. Filled with air before we calmly let go and release them. And again, briefly hold, empty of air. And allow this calm and steady rhythm to take over the body until this breath feels natural and calming. And on our final breath, fill those lungs up with as much air as you can and let out a big sigh of relief at the end. A big old smile on your face. We chant the Om to calm the spirits. And as the body calms, the inner environment settles. Each breath, the space within grows larger and larger. And in the silence, you simply observe. It's this realm within that manifests into this external world. We act upon bodily sensation. Our emotions pull us like cords to a doll. And each thought can inspire. When we look at it like this, we must understand that all internal phenomena manifest themselves into the external world if we give them enough attention. If we give them the life through our affection. We do what we show affection towards, what we love, what we care for, despite the result and outcome. Look no further than bodily addiction. But understand it's no different for the emotions and mental patterns, too. We are creatures of habit. And with life, everything can be an outlet for abuse if you allow it to take over you. We transcend and let go of our mind, our emotions, and the heavy influence and sway the body has over us simply fades away. When we come to see this form like a horse, but that subtle meanness, that sense of I and self, that beingness to the human being is a rider upon the horse. And despite growing up in a world where we're taught to believe we are this flesh of the horse, we get lost in the identity of it. To question is to simply provide the space to see. These subtle impressions of past, our environment, those around us that were our earliest teachers of how to be a person, leave their imprint on us, their influence, their conditionings, and they remain within us. We pass on these cycles of delusion. Come to question them and see your pure self through this process of discernment. Allow each breath to warm the body as you exhale all tension. We must come to understand, to transcend the normalcy of the world, we must ultimately seek to discover a life beyond it. We must not be willing to settle for the mass beliefs of all. You must be willing to come to determine truth for yourself. Question and see. Who is it that your life has represented thus far? Where do you seek to travel, to go? Who do you wish to be and transform yourself into? The paradox of spirituality is that this is a path of growth and evolution and ascension as you awaken to the subtle and higher truths most often overlooked. However, in this journey, this adventure of growth and exploration of the self, we reveal what is true by letting go of what we know is false. And as we peel back these layers of conditioning, of past pains, delusions brought about by success, and we come to simply look and see ourselves without any description or attachment. And each layer reveals that infinite well of love and calm, of peace that has been seemingly covered up. But as if you put a blanket over your body, and those around you can only see your head, it doesn't mean that the body disappeared. It simply means there is something on top of it. So too we come to recognize that this ground of emptiness, stillness, of love, is but an infinite ocean, always accessible, for you are the water itself. However, you think you're all of the boats swimming on top of it. Understand that these identities, these conditionings and past selves echo and cover up your true self with more blankets until you're not able to be seen at all. And it's in these moments of life we feel lost, we feel hurt, we feel fearful. We simply don't know. But recognize such worries are based upon the belief that you think these blankets and layers of conditioning are you. You simply covered yourself up with the false. For you yourself are truth. And when we let go of what we think about ourselves, when we let go of what we think we know, only then will we be humbled enough to see the truth of ourselves. Allow your breath to fill you up with warmth and light and confidence. As each breath brings the universe's vitality forces into your body. And simply let go of any remaining tensions so you may witness yourself through the aroma of your own pureness, through the calm, the silence, the seemingly nothingness within that provides such a warming light of emptiness, yet fullness. And know that this lightness, this airiness about yourself never leaves you, for you are it. And all other moments of stress, of tension, are but temporary states that try to cover up this peace and calm. And when we simply remain in this moment called now, effortlessly experiencing life without being entertained by our own imagination, we simply let go and live. There's no adjectives to describe our states. We just simply are living and being. And it's in these moments when we lose what we think we thought we were and come to recognize the me that all other states are attached to. Shift your attention towards your heart, that space in the center of your chest that gets bright and shines with love when you hug a loved one. That space where you feel excitement within you, a moment that causes anticipation to arise. And we simply allow these next breaths to be pulled in through this center of the heart. And allow your exhale to release all tension, negativity, doubt, fear, and use each breath to draw in love and warmth as those rays of the heart shine brighter and brighter. And with our final breath, simply let go. Be as you are. Allow all experiences to play before you like a film. Allow all internal phenomena to simply carry themselves to completion, but keep your attention fixed upon the silence in between, the gap in between the observation, and simply know that you are the silent witness watching it all. And simply observe yourself as a researcher looking into the subject of yourself. You witness with a watchful eye each internal phenomena, just as if you were bird watching externally. And it's through our looking that we see, it's through our witnessing that we question. And when we learn, when we recognize, we can come to understand. And when we gain the many lessons of life, we truly learn, forgive, and forget. And it's in this nonchalant liberation of self that we pay no attention to the thought, to the emotion that causes tension, and it quiets itself as your gaze, as your internal eye no longer gives it life through your affection for it. So come to see all of life is but a game of the heart. What do we love most? What do we show more affection towards? And know that when we set our aspirations, our higher self towards truth, all shall be revealed when we fall in love with it. Again, use these next few breaths to draw in air through the chest to the heart, and calmly exhale as you relax. And our last breath together, we'll take one deep inhale, filling those lungs up with as much air and energy as we can. And we'll exhale into a nice sigh of relief with a big old smile on your face. And that concludes our meditation for the morning. I hope you feel that sense of inner calm, that aroma of peace and warmth and love within you. And it's in the same light that I hope you recognize your sense of self, what many call consciousness, that me, that I, or what I've said is the seer. It's observing me right now, externally outside of you. But it's also observing the thoughts and the emotions within you. And as you use each breath, recognize that it grows that space between the seer and the seen, so that you may see that although you are within this body, you are not confined solely to it. That you have a power within you that you simply haven't explored, haven't recognized yet. And the most important lesson and reminder is that it's not outside of you. You are it. You've simply covered your true identity up with these delusions, with these falsehoods of what you've been told people are, what you've been told life is. And time and past has created these patterns and habits that we've identified with, that we've fallen in love with. And truth reveals itself through letting go of these assumptions, these beliefs we have about ourselves. And ultimately, they come through wanting to be better than what we currently are. If you feel like everything's hunky-dory right now and that there's not more to be learned, then you've already put up barriers that will hinder your ability to see. My path personally in this world came through intense and immense suffering, and many who have heard the call have as well. Because when we come to understand that this external world can't bring us that deep satisfaction, that yearning for more, it can only be fulfilled with truth. You know, everything else is just like trying to eat air and get full. So allow yourself to take some moments today to really just marinate within yourself and breathe and keep your heart and your inner eye fixated upon this sense of seer. And the more you practice that in regular life, you turn your existence itself into a living meditation. Whew! Things happen very quickly in terms of what you recognize as truth, as yourself and not. And the distinction between seer and seen grows with each breath. So, namaste. I bow to the divine within you. I love you so much. Thank you for joining me this morning. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and join me at 8 p.m. tonight for a evening relaxation meditation as we prepare ourselves for the ultimate really vibe and energies of restoration that are still coming our way as we continue this process of inner healing and in turn global. So spread that love, spread that light. I love you. Have a great day. Make it a great day. And live out your meditation in love, in positivity, excitement, and recognize you are that perfect, loving being, but we cover it up with the doubt, the negativity, the falsities that we keep telling ourselves. So it's less about listening to our imagination and more about simply observing the cause and effects of things. And like a loose thread, you just keep pulling and it'll unravel that whole sweater so you can really make one that fits. So have a good one. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, share, and spread your love and light in the world through your own grace and dance. Bye.